Welcome Music Over Matter. Today, we decided to be haters. We try to stay positive as much as possible on this channel. Give our real thoughts, but also not force negativity. But today, we're going over popular rappers' worst songs. Just some basic stuff. They're not rules. They're just kind of guidelines. Tried to stay as much on official releases, not like some back end, like molded together mixtape. Because then we'd be looking for the worst song for literal years for some of these artists. So we're trying to go with somewhat accessible releases.
The artists that we're going to go over today is Kanye West, Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, Eminem, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar, Toliver, Drake, Future, The Weeknd.
And of course, let us know in the comments your least favorite or worst song from these artists as well. Let's start with an artist that just dropped and also is kind of known for having just god-awful tracks. And that is Eminem. Even Eminem fans, the diehard Eminem fans, know there's a few songs in that discography that are straight up unlistenable.
To me, Eminem's worst song is Nice Guy off of Kamikaze.
Texting you since 3, I still get no fucking reply. You say you sleep alone.
That song is absolute fucking ass.
Yep.
The hook is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. Most of the songs I picked are unlistenable. Someone like Eminem has songs in his discography that are terrible, but they kind of have like a charm to it because they're so like outlandish.
Eminem has a huge discography, so you're gonna have some of those just like, kind of. I don't know. Eminem has some really bad tracks, and that leads into mine. I believe Eminem's worst song is My First Single. Encore has a few candidates for worst track. Puke is almost as bad. Big Weenie is up there.
Yeah, but Big Weenie has some charm to it.
Yeah, Big Weenie's kind of funny.
Yeah.
My First Single literally has burps throughout it, so I think at least I don't know. And the beat is complete.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
ass.
it's so bad.
It's so ass. Yeah. My First Single is his worst track. A few other ones to mention are like Offended on Revival. But that one, again, I feel like it has some charm. It's just so dumb and stupid. Like the hook on that one is literally a child song. Like it's so stupid.
Our next artist we're going to be looking at is Kanye.
Yeah, let's keep it up with the huge discographies.
Kind of running joke on the channel, but I think it's true. Kanye's worst song is Good Night off of Graduation.
I'm just gonna say goodnight. Stay true to you. A hood musical. My art will live through you.
I honestly think the UK should have kept this song. The hook is terrible. The verses are terrible. The beat is one of Kanye's worst. I don't know why it sounds like that.
It's not good.
It's not a good song.
I don't know where the Goodnight defenders in our comment section come from. Don't know. While I agree, and it's funny that we hate on Goodnight all the time, Kanye has worse songs in my opinion. I'm going to cheat. Not cheat. I just don't know if it counts. Kanye's worst song is Tell the Vision.
Yeah.
But that's where it gets weird because it was already a used track on Pop Smoke's posthumous album months before Donda came out. It's so weird. I don't even know why that song exists, period. It's like Kanye literally did not know that it was already out. So I'm not going to count it, even though that is undoubtedly Kanye's worst song because it's literally an unfinished piece of crap. From actual tracks, I'm going with Addiction.
She's got a lover, so the lies and the lust is a rush. Times of the essence. Just wanted to let me how would I put this on?
I know there's going to be some people that get pissed off at this because people love late registration, and that's fine. But Kanye's flow on this song is complete ass. To me, this is unlistenable because the beat isn't that bad. The sample's good enough, I guess. He does not match the beat at all.
No.
It's horrible. Like, what is this flow that you have on this song? Also, he doesn't say much. You can see the point he's trying to make, and then it just does not happen. It's just a bad song.
Yeah, before Goodnight got released to everyone, it was like this or Celebration were the two worst Kanye songs. And I
Yeah,
stick with
Celebration's
that.
up there as well for me, but at least Celebration has something.
Yeah, but the beat is worse than that.
Sure,
too,
but
so,
Kanye,
yeah.
like the hook on Celebration is somewhat catchy.
Yeah.
It like stands out a little bit. Addiction does not have it.
No.
If you're enjoying watching us hate on these artists, be sure to scroll down and hit that subscribe button for more hip hop related content. And let's get back to it. Let's move to the biggest artist right now, basically, which is Kendrick Lamar.
His worst song is off of Section 80, No Makeup.
Colorful all of the time. And girl, that's fine. Love your smile. You can do it without style. From your lips all the way to your eyebrow.
The thing that just ruins it for me is that hook. That hook is one of the most annoying things I've ever heard in my entire life. And the song, just the message of it is also just stupid. I feel like...
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a Linkin Park song or some shit. God, we are really being haters right now. This is crazy. I feel gross. This is too much hating, but fuck it. For my pick, this is where the line's a little gray. By the time you started releasing stuff on streaming, it's good. I would say No Makeup is the worst song on streaming. I agree.
Yeah.
But if you really want to look at officially released stuff, all the bad stuff's on C4. Still Hustling is horrible on C4. Go on SoundCloud and listen to that shit. Bitch, I'm in the Club, I think it's called. Horrible.
Yeah, but that one has character too.
Yeah. Still Hustling is just actually bad.
Yeah.
But those are also so early. It technically goes against our guideline of being on streaming, officially released type thing. I'm going to go with No Makeup as well.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to everyone's favorite pile.
We're going to go with Drake. You know, recently he's been putting out some hot ass. So it's kind of easy to find like a bad song in his recent discography.
I agree.
But most of the stuff isn't bad. It's just boring. My least favorite song is Falling Back off of Honestly Nevermind.
Time is healing. Time is revealing. But how are you feeling? Falling back on me.
His singing on there is so bad. I don't even know how he could be that bad because we know he can sing. I don't know why he's doing that. Of course, he could have done better on that album. I think everyone agrees on that. But like, you see a lot of artists picking up like dance and stuff like that. He could have done it super well, but he's lazy.
The fact that...
And a
True. The fact that allegedly, to be honest, I can't believe there's honestly Nevermind defenders out there. You have to have room temp IQ. People are like, oh, he wanted to try something new. Yeah, he failed at it. He failed at it. And that's okay, but don't defend it. It's just trash dance music. If you want to go listen to house, dance, whatever like other subgenre there is, go listen to an actual good artist that does that shit. Do not listen to that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going back just a little bit further. It's the song. I will never forget this. I was listening to the album, and as soon as I heard the song, I turned it off. I ended up finishing it later, but once I heard this track, I actually turned it off, and that is Ratchet Happy Birthday from Scorpion.
Fucking birthday.
All the other artists on this list I felt bad for. Drake, I do not. I just want to put it out there that before we get any comments like, oh, you guys just hop on the bandwagon. I've hated Drake for so long, it's not even funny. I am so happy Kendrick went at his ass. Anyways, this song sucks. It's actually horrible. It's unlistenable.
But in my opinion, it has a little bit of charm.
Oh, brother, shut up. It's just trash.
It's so bad that it's funny to listen to. You know?
Yeah, there's a few artists on this list where I went with their most boring song is their worst. We'll get to that in a second. All right, let's move to the artist that jump-started this whole beef, basically. Next, we'll go to Future.
Yep, Future. My least favorite song from him is For a Nut with Gunna and Thug.
I can boss a bitch up for a nut. That little bitty watch ain't one name. Fuck a top model. Tuesday taco. Wednesday coffee.
Doesn't Young Thug say something in the song that's just...
Oh yeah, he says, I
Putrid.
put diamonds in her butt.
That's right.
Yeah.
I put diamonds in her butt. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Oh my god. This is the only bad song off that entire album. Every single verse on that song is terrible. The hook is terrible. Even the beat is not good. Like the 808s are like blaring, and then there's like random arpeggios just throughout it. I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
And you know, the subject matter's absolute ass cheeks. So
Yeah, I remember listening to that track. I was in a car full of dudes. There were 6 of us packed in this fucking truck. And it was right when the album drops. We were listening to it. Keep in mind, the first 3 tracks on that album are 7:12 p.m., I'm Dat, and Keep It Burning. So we're like, holy shit, this shit is fire. And then 4 Nut comes on, and we were like, yeah, this is terrible. This is horrible. Completely killed the vibe. For me, this might be the most overrated Future album as time goes on. Actually, it might be the worst aged one. It came out during COVID, so everyone hyped it up. And like, I listen to it a lot. That is High Off Life. Not aging very well. As time goes on, I'm realizing like that Future album kind of sucked ass. But the worst song in my opinion is on it, and that is Outer Space Bitch. Bit or whatever.
Bad to had it, gotta make these niggas pay taxes. Spent 30K on one jacket.
I haven't heard that in so long. That's some ass.
My issue with that track, this is what I was talking about during the Drake part, which was for him, I went with his most boring song. Future's got some bad songs on his discog, but they all have something to them. It ends up just being like the beat is bad or Future's vocals are bad. This song, it's just boring and forgettable as hell. That part that you heard, if you've never heard the song, that is literally his flow through this 3-minute track. The entire track sounds like that.
Next, we're going to go with Travis Scott. My least favorite song from him is off of Alfaro, which is also kind of in that gray area of what we're talking about. But Dance on the Moon. Listening to that again, I kind of like what it brings a little bit. I see what he was going for, but it just didn't hit.
Travis is not that artist. He was just trying it out.
Yeah. Here's his actual worst song, maybe. So.
Yeah. Maybe my pick's a little bit worse. I believe it is First Take from Birds. Why down your no, girl, won't you come over?
Okay. I think that shit's worse than mine.
First Take is so bad.
It's so bad.
Birds is such a weird album because it has these absolute duds, like the lowest of Travis' discography. And then it has the first half or so of Birds is like the greatest album listening experience you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah.
It's like insane how like weird this album is. The beat is complete garbo. I don't even know what the flow is or like what he was going for, especially at the beginning. Like the verse flows are not good, but like the hook, what the hell were you thinking,
it's
bro?
Mind-numbing.
Yeah. No, it's not even mind-numbing. It makes me think, actually. How the hell was this released?
But the problem is with it, like when you're listening to the album, you don't even notice the song because it's so mute. Yeah. It's like you're just like driving and then you just start losing focus.
Yeah.
And then you go on to the next track. You're like, okay, I'm back. Jesus.
Yeah. Like
Jesus. Like those 3 minutes or so, whatever, how long the song is, that it just disappeared.
I think that song's 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that 5 minutes, that's gone out of your life.
Yeah, you'll never get that back. Let's transition to Travis's protege, which is Don Toliver.
We both have the same one on this one.
Very hard.
Yeah, Don is actually kind of hard to, because he also doesn't have a huge discog.
Yeah.
But
oh, that's exactly why.
Yeah, it's really hard to find a actually terrible song, but we're gonna go with Smoke off of Life of a Don.
It's obvious what he was going for on this track. It's like a club or festival banger. It don't hit though.
No, not at all.
It don't hit. Smoke is the one skip in Don Toliver's discography for me. Like if I'm listening to a Life of a Don, I'm actually skipping. Don Toliver is not, this flawless artist. There's plenty of songs throughout his discography that are really boring and kind of suck, but just not as much. Like what's the song off Lovesick you said? It's like
Go Down.
That song is
it's
so bad.
Next, we're gonna go with the most popular artist in the world, The Weeknd. Even though he's the most popular, he has some trash. I'm gonna go with Dark Times with Ed Sheeran.
Well, baby, I'm just being honest. I got another man's blood on my clothes.
I'm just the biggest Ed Sheeran hater too, so it doesn't help that he's on this song. The beat is not good. It's like a roller coaster that
doesn't start.
That doesn't start.
Yeah, that song's
So you're just sitting there waiting for the maintenance crew to.
Yeah, that song's some ass. I agree. I almost went with that track. If you've watched this channel a little bit, you know I'm a Live 4 hater. My opinion has changed. I do not think that's actually his worst song. His worst song is Losers.
And you're qualified.
That song has so many streams, by the way. I don't know if people secretly like it or if that was like popular in some other part of the world, because that song is trash.
Yeah, I also of just the sound of it, I don't think aged well.
I do like the Weeknd singing. Like there's certain parts of that song that I actually don't mind. It's just that terrible YouTube intro type shit. And also the subject matter makes zero sense, like in the context of the album. He's talking about only losers go to school. What do we do when we all grow up? Like, what are you talking about, bro? The next song, what's the next song? Probably talking about like doing coke or something.
All right, next we're gonna go with Baby Keem, someone else who doesn't have a giant discog.
We only went with him because there's a specific song
Yeah.
we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Fortnite off of Hearts and Darts. This shit is some complete and utter ass.
I mean, you could probably assume when it's called Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'ma play with it like it's for a night. On the way with it, touchdown. I want you ready. I'ma bust it down. Wanna see that fatty.
It's so bad. I mean, it's boring plus really bad hook.
It's just stupid.
Hey, with it, I guess Fortnite. Like, dude.
I mean, Baby Keem doesn't have a big enough discography, but most people probably never even heard Hearts and Darts. And then that song, yeah, it's just not good.
Yeah, it being that bad, it didn't age well either.
Yeah,
Because no one's playing it like it's Fortnite anymore.
And this came out in what, 2018? Yeah. This man's 1 year older than me. This man was freaking 17 or whatever in 2018 or something. Bro, what? Moving on to an artist that we both have the same song for again.
Yeah.
This is the worst song on this list.
Yeah.
Saving the worst for last is Kid Cudi.
We have off of Speeding Bullet to Heaven, and we've talked about this before too. The Return of Chip Douglas demo. I don't even think I need to speak.
I did it to demo, but it's officially released.
It's actually the worst one on the entire list. I think that might be the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life.
That one is actually unlistenable.
Yeah.
We were mentioning a bunch of these songs are unlistenable. That one is genuinely unlistenable.
Yeah.
Got all that hating out of my system. I'm good to go back to more positive stuff.
I'm not.
Let us know in the comments what the worst song from all these artists that we discussed today are. If you want to see us hate more, I guess, put in more artists in the comments. But yeah, other than that, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.